All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Before we start off with the business part of the agenda, we have two proclamations that we're issuing this month. One is for National Correction Officers and Employees Week, which is May 5th through the 11th of 2019. And I'll read the proclamation. Whereas in 1984, President Ronald Reagan signed Proclamation 5187, creating National Correctional Officers Week, which is recognized the first full week in May to honor the work of correctional officers and correctional personnel nationwide. And whereas in 1996, Congress officially changed the name of the week to National Correctional Officers and Employees Week. And whereas National Correctional Officers and Employees Week is an ideal time to recognize and celebrate correctional professionals for their devotion, bravery, and ongoing commitment to being the change that they would like to see in the world. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed, on behalf of the citizens of Northumberland County, the Board of Commissioners is pleased to join with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in proclaiming the week of May 5th through the 11th, 2019 as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week. And it's signed by all three of the commissioners. And I believe Lieutenant Smink, you're here to accept this. He is one of our finest in our facility. I've had the pleasure of working with him now for about 8 years. So.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Back in here, we can just stand, and we have the other proclamation we have is for Older Americans Month 2019, and I will read this one. It's whereas Northumberland County includes a growing number of older Americans who enrich our community through their diverse life experiences, and whereas Northumberland County is committed to strengthening our community by connecting with and supporting older adults, their families, and caregivers, and acknowledging their many valuable contributions to society. And whereas Northumberland County recognizes the importance of bringing together all generations and engaging in activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being for the benefit of all. And whereas Northumberland County can enhance the lives of older Americans in our community by promoting home and community-based services that support independent living, involving older adults in community events and other activities, and providing opportunities for older adults to work, volunteer, learn, lead, and mentor. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners of Northumberland County, in partnership with the Area Agency on Aging, do hereby proclaim May 2019 to be Older Americans Month. We urge every resident to take time during this month to recognize older adults and the people who serve them as essential and valuable members of our community. And again, that's signed by each of the commissioners. Leonovich, I believe you're here, and Mike. Of our very valued employees and who we've had the pleasure of working with for quite a while.
That, Justin, that was pretty quick.
Okay. I guess we'll start off with citizens' input for the agenda items. none, we'll move on.
Motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, and the special public meeting held on Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuel payrolls as submitted by the Human Resources Office for payroll number 7 in the amount of $756,697.13. Payroll number 8 in the amount of $747,938.31, and payroll number 9 in the amount of $764,947.69.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuel bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $5,974,794.36 from March 30th, 2019 to May 3rd, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Announcements. The work session scheduled for Tuesday, May 21st, 2019 is canceled due to the primary election. The next regular public meeting will be held on Tuesday, June 4, 2019, at 1 p.m. in the public meeting room at the Administration Center, 399 Stadium Drive, Sunbury. And the Northumberland County Courthouse Administration Center and related county facilities will be closed on Monday, May 27, 2019, in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. A motion is needed for the Commissioners to sign the state tax equalization voucher for all transfers of real estate for the month of March 2019 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet lists of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as items numbers 1 through 22.
So moved.
Second.
Question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following reports. A Tax Claim Bureau report reported a total of $716,160.57 collected for taxes in the period of April 1st, 2019 to May 5th, 2019. And B, monthly fiscal status reports for the month of March 2019 as submitted by the Weatherization Department numbers 1 through 4 as listed.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following change orders from Gray Builders for the District Magistrate's Office in Milton. This is a ratification. Change order number 19015C001 RV01, net change of $5,025.50, and change order number 19015C002, net change of $500.25.
So moved.
Second.
Question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the payment of $200 to the Audubon United Methodist Church for the maintenance of several graves of veterans located in Malik Cemetery, Lower Augusta Township, as submitted by the Veterans Affairs Director, Brenda Albright.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to ratify a letter to the Treasurer and Controller to transfer $140,000 to the General Fund to Northumberland County Area Agency on Aging to cover accounts payable until the funds are reimbursed by the states as a ratification.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize a refund per the catastrophic loss real estate review policy on behalf of the Assessment Office for tax parcel 021000100075A001.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the hiring of KPI Technology to provide professional engineering services for demolitions contracted through Northumberland County Community Development Block Grant CDBG projects during calendar years 2019, 20, and 21.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the rebudgeting of $72,718.45 in unspent fiscal year 2016 CDBG funds from the SR 147 Waterline Replacement Project into the Locust Gap Pump Station reconstruction and Coltmont Marion Heights Joint Municipal Authority sewer rehab projects.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to rescind a motion approved at the October 16, 2018 public meeting to sponsor an emergency watershed protection program on behalf of the PA United States Department of Agriculture for sites in Northumberland County where the stream bank erosion threatens a home or business within 50 feet of a stream. This federal program is funded by Natural Resources Conservation Service 75% and the state 25%.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to ratify the Commissioner's signatures on Attachment 2 of the Hazardous Material Emergency Response Report certification for calendar year 2018 on behalf of the Public Safety Department.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the following certificates and proclamations. A, certificates, Eagle Scout Honoree Awards for the class of 2018, George W. Dalius and Rose Rhodes. And proclamations, number 1, National Correction Officers and Employees Week, May 5th through 11th, 2019. Mental Health Month, May 2019. National Emergency Medical Services, EMS Week, May 19th through 25th, 2019. And Older Americans Month, May of 2019.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion is needed authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars in accordance with the county's personnel manual travel reimbursement policy as listed A through G.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Solicitors report. Motion to adopt Resolution R37-19 Inmate Housing Agreement between the Board of Commissioners on behalf of the prison and Union County for the housing of Union County inmates at the Northumberland County Prison.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R38-19 Professional Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Tax Claim Bureau and Ursula Q. Kessler and Andrea L. Pencil for assistance with title searches for the upcoming judicial sale.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R39-19 Inmate Housing Agreement between the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the prison and Center County for obtaining space for housing of Northumberland County prison inmates.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R40-19 Grant Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Department of Public Safety and the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, PEMA, for state fiscal year 2018-2019 for the Radiation Emergency Response Fund Grant, RERF.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R41-19 Professional Services Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners and Maximus Consulting Services, Inc. for calendar years 2018, 19, and 20 for the preparation of cost allocations at a total 3-year cost of $25,500.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R42-19 Subrecipient Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting through the Department of Community and Economic Development, granting CDBG funds for HUD projects for low and moderate income residents, elimination of slum and blight, and/or elimination of urgent threats to health and safety in the amount of $665,678.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R43-19, resolution of the Northumberland County Commissioners opposing changes to the Medical Assistance Transportation Program, MATP.
So moved.
Second.
On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R44-19, Commissioners' Budget Amendments as listed.
Motion?
So moved.
Make second. On the question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Same.
1 abstention. Motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution R45-19, Agreements, Amendments, Revisions, Grants, Leases, and Reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 12. The above agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does their organizational contract list county employees as their principal in their corporation or on their board of directors.
So moved.
Question? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, is there any old business to be brought before the board? Hearing none. Is there new business?
I have something. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the Brady Fire Company to use certain county land in Cole Township for parking only related to a fundraiser that they're holding this weekend, the poker raffle run to benefit local fire departments in the area. The raffle will be held on May 18th, 2019.
Second it.
It's been made and seconded. On the question, and Frank, just to reiterate, is this, they're using the land just for parking? They're not using
Correct.
that
There was
for
some
the
question,
actual-
and I had concerns that I expressed to the board related to whether or not the poker run itself was going to be going across county land, but apparently we've gotten confirmation from the Brady Fire Department that the county lands will only be used for parking. Therefore, that concern has been eliminated.
Okay, all right. Anything further?
All in favor?
Question? Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Does anybody else have any new business? There's one other item. The other item of new business, and I think we did mention this, something about this at the last meeting, that the county had been nominated for a couple of awards from CCAP with respect to the new prison facility and also the location of the Gadenzia rehabilitation facility that's out there as well. I think we have a representative from CCAP, Jeff Snyder, who's also Clinton County Commissioner, and you're on which committee? Okay. Okay. And you were here. Apparently, we have one award. Yeah, please, if you'd like to address the audience. And
Thank you. Good afternoon. Pennsylvania, and I'm pleased to join you here today on beds. Allowing the seat.
Thank. I was at CCAP when we were nominated, and I'm not sure Northumberland County has received an award from CCAP in many years. It was neat just to hear Northumberland County mentioned as a nomination, and then to get presented the award for what we have done up at the South Campus, as far as not only the prison facility, but also the Gadenzia building, which a lot of people had part in. We've been working on that probably for over a year now with Carmine in the Human Services, Carmine Piccarelli, which Mary Rose McCarthy, with the other 7 counties that put together funds so we could get grants to get the building going. I was up there last week when they were getting looked at to get licensed to not only, now they're doing the walk-in, but to open up in June the overnight stay facility part for any of the rehabilitation. And it's just nice to see the vision that we had, that we just don't only have a prison, we also have some rehabilitation. And as I said last week, and I'll say again, it's unprecedented, I think, in the state to have 7, 8 counties work together to do this. And I think down the line, we're going to save lives from people in Northumberland County. I appreciate CCAP coming and presenting this. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to thank CCAP for recognizing this. It's a great honor to us to have the county recognized by a state organization that represents all the commissioners in the state of Pennsylvania, but also wanted to thank all of the different parties. A lot of people pulled together to make this a reality, and you know, a lot of the different areas in the county, us working with the courts, with probation, with entities like Gadenzia as well, to both acquire the facility, build it out and and basically have the system set up in a way that we are going to be over time redirecting people who have addiction issues from just going straight into our prisons, but actually getting the help they need in the facility. So, I'm sorry. Mhm. At Denzia, I'm not sure how many offhand they'll be employing there. I know that there is going to be, I think there's supposed to be a 20, is that, okay.
Well, my first question to that would be,
And again, Cadenzi is its own entity, so they'll run their facility in the way that they know how to run it. So that would really be them.
Plus,
They
no.
are a third-party entity. They are leasing the space from us, and we build out the building to do that.
Part of the lease too is that they have to have the proper licensing. In order to get the proper licensing, they have to have the staff already accumulated. And I think we were there when we were there last week. Most of the staff is already hired, right, Carmine? Yes. Yeah. So basically, even though they're not opening till June, they basically have the entire staff already hired.
I know you had mentioned your son works at the prison and has had some issues. Yeah. I was going to say I understand your other son has come to work for us since your last meeting. So I would think that perhaps he had spoken to his brother a little bit before he did that, and apparently he is coming though aboard. Or has come aboard. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
and the prison is still not staffed.
We had at least 2 job fairs in the past few weeks at some of the high schools. I heard that the one at Shamokin went very well. The Sunbury, I think there was only a few people interested.
Another thing I want to say today,
Oh, and certainly we tried to do what we can in that regard. Perhaps we could talk to your son who just recently made the decision to work there, what drove that decision, because apparently he made the decision that it was something that he wanted to do, and maybe there are some other aspects to the job that, beyond the wages that I guess must have attracted him to it. Okay.
he's already there, that's what they went to school for.
We have those agreements with them, and they have them with us as well, so that at times where there is overflow at any facility, we can take them on. And the way we have set it up is, and we're kind of in the middle of another thing here right now, although I guess we are getting on to public comment here in a bit, but one of the things that the way that the prison was set up was so that we could have flexibility with some of the wings, that you could shut wings down when we did not have large counts of prisoners, but when we bring others on, to the extent we can, then you staff up, and so you can staff that wing, then you can take on those things. The fact that we have an agreement with them doesn't necessarily mean that we have people in at any given time, although we may have a few.
I understand that, but they don't even have enough staff up there to staff what they have.
Well, and those are decisions, frankly, that as well that our prison board weighs in on, and we talk with our warden about that, and we'll have our prison board meeting tomorrow. But that's really an issue as well from their standpoint on how we are running the prison and what staffing levels are appropriate. We'd have those discussions with the warden and the prison board.
What is the ordinance saying? People
I think staffing, one, with it being a new facility, and we had to go from low staffing to then staffing the new facility, you have people that come on board, and some people decide within a few weeks it's not for them. They've not done this before. Turnover was an issue even before this facility, and
constantly being mandated to work 2 full-time shifts. Who is that?
I think that staffing is a challenge. I think for you to say that that it was open without adequate staffing is not an accurate statement.
You guys got them in there.
We actually had the state come in. They were in a few weeks ago, and they've done an analysis, which we're waiting to get back from them, on what the appropriate staffing levels should be.
What was the appropriate staffing that Delville told you guys should have?
Again,
I
that
don't
was
know
after the fact.
Has to have the answer.
Yeah.
Well, these questions tomorrow, if you would like to come to the prison board meeting.
It's public knowledge. I think it was at 96. You guys were at 66 last month. And
Well, I don't think the prison has ever been at the full capacity anyway. I think it's been lower than full capacity.
that's going around the bush of my question.
You're 100% right, and that's the prison board's objective to do that, and we meet before the prison board meeting each month to do that. Well, the wages is an issue again with the prison board, but is a ripple effect as far as increasing the wages there, is also increasing wages at other departments, and our concern is not only to worry about the guards, which we do, but also what do we do as far as do we need to raise taxes? And if we do need to raise taxes, how does that affect the overall population of Northumberland County? Because there are a lot of senior citizens in our county that cannot afford to have their taxes raised. So it's not just an issue where we can just, hey, I'd love to raise everybody's salary. I'd love to raise my salary here also. But there's a lot more involved than just doing it.
Their employees are starting at $15 and $16 an hour.
Okay?
But you got to protect those employees that are out here.
I agree.
You're in jail, that the state needs of those employees is top concern.
I agree 100%, and I also would just like to bring up, we just finalized a negotiation with the prison guards in November, and their union agreed to the salaries at that time. I wish their union at that time maybe would have brought some of these questions to us, but when they agreed to the salaries and everything that was agreed upon in November during negotiations, that's what we agreed to. We figured that was what they want. Sure we can't. Sure we can. The prison board would have to bring that up and talk about it. Again, that's something I think tomorrow we'll discuss at the prison board, but just, I've been also looking into things, and so you know, Walmart up there, McDonald's and places like that, I have gone to them because they have for hire signs out. They have the same problem, believe it or not, with people coming and leaving every month. The same situation as the prison. I'm not sure it's just all a prison issue. A lot of the companies up there that are hiring, including, again, Walmart, McDonald's, the people along the strip. I even think the trucking place have a turnover. In fact, I met with the newspapers last week. Smoking newspaper said they have a big turnover. They have people every week. Correct. That's again what we talk about every time we have a prison board meeting. Before that meeting, we have a committee that's meeting. I know the warden asked for time to try to straighten this out. Maybe it's time to tell him that it's not working and we need to go another direction. Can't answer that. I don't know that. That's, again, what the officials do up at the prison. I'm not sure if they do that or not. It's something we can discuss tomorrow before. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I guess that segues into our public comment section. Is there any further public input? So, yeah.
The only employee of the county that I'm aware of is a former security guard that we are not taking any money from. And as far as if we're representing people from the city, that doesn't directly relate to the county, as far as a legal conflict.
Regardless if you're making money off of them or not, it still should be a conflict.
Well,
You are privy to information as a commissioner that you would otherwise.
well, in contacting the bar, I cannot vote on any decisions made with respect to anybody that we may represent. They said that a political conflict is different from a legal conflict. I do not ask for any information of that one particular client, and any information you would get would be either A, public, or B, given through discovery. So you'd have it anyway. And I just don't vote on that one particular client that's left over.
Okay, so the represented.
4 years ago?
Yes.
Well, we're only going on 3.5 years.
So 3.5 years ago.
But it was 4 years ago. I represented the client before, even before I ran.
And you did get money. And what I don't understand.
It was actually Olin, and it was before I ran for commissioner.
And you were a commissioner at the time. You did not hand that that case over. And my question is
When I
he
took,
gets
I'm answering your,
$7,500
I'm explaining, can I answer your question?
Please wait until I finish my question. And my thousand or
Okay. I'm going to answer your question. Your first question was, when did I represent this person? I took the representation on before I ran for commissioner. The case was a federal case that extended into the time that I was a commissioner. I did seek counsel from the bar at the time I became elected as to whether or not I could continue. And they described the difference between a political conflict, which is something I bear, and a legal conflict, which is something I have to walk away from. It was a political conflict. And you berated me that for 45 minutes about a year ago.
I still feel the same way.
Okay.
It disgusts me that you did not pass that case on to somebody else. And you turn around and you charge the county, how much was it, 40,000?
I did not charge the county anything.
How much money did you make off that case? Was it
Okay.
40,000?
I don't aware of the number,
I'm
but
sure
can I tell you, this is the same correction officer. Excuse me. Excuse me.
And you made at least triple to quadruple
Okay.
what you
Excuse me.
charged the county.
This is the same correction officer that nearly ran over Lieutenant Smink. This is the same correction officer that was involved in a drug investigation on our facility. This is the same correction officer that is now suspended without pay.
That could have handled that case.
Okay.
As soon as you became
But I
commissioner,
did.
You should have handed that over. It was a conflict.
That's your personal opinion.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I also personally don't believe you when you say that you called somebody and said, oh, is this a political, conflict, or is this a...
You have a right to your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of people feel the same way I do. And I want to ask Commissioner Schock and Commissioner Shikatana, who holds her accountable? I want somebody called to find out if she's going to allow to be continually suing this county or the city when she is a commissioner and being paid by our county. I want to know who's holding her accountable, and why aren't you two sending the letters to somebody, finding out why she's allowed to do this?
Yeah, it would be the State Ethics Commission, I
Okay,
guess, and to
somebody
the
better
extent
write a
that they
letter,
would
because
have.
I'm going to come back every month, and I'm going to continually ask this question until it's resolved. I want to see it on paper from somebody else, not coming from her mouth, because I don't feel, in my opinion, that you're a truthful person. The other thing I wanted to bring up was somebody, a mutual friend of yours and I, have continuously told me that you had told them that you weren't aware of meetings in our county, that you were offended by that. I was also told that was being moved out of his office as I was speaking. They wouldn't tell me where. I just want to let you know. I found it extremely. Found out. Not making even half of the meeting. Being paid. Vacation.
You would have to tell me what meetings.
Your clients that you're being paid to represent against the county.
You would have to ask me which meetings. There are many meetings. For an example, tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning,
Why don't I bring them to you?
for,
I have your calendar.
well, then you don't need to know.
And I have his calendar.
Then you don't need to know. Then if you know, then why are you asking me? We all
I
don't,
know if you're a truthful person.
we all
I
don't,
feel like you're a liar. I just want some kind of inkling of the truth from you.
okay, we all don't
Because
attend.
You also made a comment to the daily item about the Sunshine Act. Do you remember that? And how Shikatano and Shuck violated that. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
There are lots
Do you remember that
of
comment?
daily
Do you
item
remember that
articles.
comment?
I don't know what
Because when
article
I
you're
was going
talking about.
through my calendars, your calendar, there was a lot of those dates and times. Yourself violated the Sunshine Act.
Meetings in and of themselves aren't a violation of the Sunshine Act.
Rick Schock and Rick Shikatana or Sam Chickatano, I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of the truth. And if somebody isn't going to bring it public, I will.
Meetings,
Back at your cronies, I don't care. They're doing a great job representing you. I think it's fabulous in the public.
those are employees
Okay.
and my daughter.
I also wanted to ask you, I want to ask you this, and I want you to answer. Greg Snyder,
What are you doing?
does Greg Snyder have a criminal?
I
record?
do not
You
know.
don't know, but yet
You
were
really
passing
should
on
be careful.
information. You're passing on information on your site, and you're pasting it and copying it or whatever, sharing it, of information about other candidates that are false, and you're sharing it. And it's
What are you
coming from
talking
people
about?
that you don't know. And I'll show you that too, because I went and found a right to know on Greg Snyder's record.
What does that have to do with this meeting?
That has to do with you, Kim, and you not being truthful as a person and as a commissioner. You not doing what's in the best interest of this county. That's what it's about. And I am sick and tired of you blowing smoke and telling people, these people back here, what you want them to say, and then they go out and they do it. And that is my opinion. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot of everybody's opinion. And I'm getting tired of it. So as far as your signs too, from 3.5 years ago, remember those signs that you got a video? Oh, don't act stupid, Kim. The ones that I was accused of taking.
I don't recall
You
you.
had a video of a fat person taking.
I don't recall
Oh,
you
don't
ever
recall
being
that.
accused
You
of
don't
taking my
recall you and I
signs.
having a private message between you and I about them? You don't remember that, Kim?
Did you take my political signs? Is that what you're telling me?
What I'm telling you is you accused me of it with your.
No, I did not.
That's my opinion.
No, I did not.
You didn't do that. And you didn't have a conversation with me skirting around the issue that you thought I took the signs. You don't have that, because I still kept that, Kim. And I'll bring that with me tomorrow so we can all chat about that too. I just want to make sure that you start doing the right thing. And start
Tomorrow
telling
to
the truth.
where?
It's difficult. for you.
Tomorrow to where?
I want to come back here and I want to have a meeting with the three of you and I want to show you my right to knows that I have. I want to know why you're not showing up at the damn meetings that you're scheduled to do.
What meeting are you talking about tomorrow?
I'm talking about, I want to schedule a meeting, Kim.
Well, we could do, we have,
Tomorrow is prison meeting.
Okay. Can we schedule a meeting another day? Because I want this rectified. I want to find out why she's not being held accountable to go to meetings. There's plenty of them that she's missed. I want to find out why she's privy to tell the daily item that you violated the Sunshine Act law and Sam Chickatano violated the Sunshine Act law, but yet she didn't show, she showed up at meetings that the public wasn't informed with either. I have the calendars, Kim. I have all that information. I have the emails. I went and found them. Go to your office and ask.
but I think what we could do, I mean, if people wanted to meet, we could schedule some. The other thing would be, now I know our next work session, we've just canceled because it falls on primary day. But we normally have a monthly work session that's open to the public. So that would be something that, the next one would be, not maybe June, third Tuesday in June. We could, I mean, if you wanted to schedule a meeting, certainly we schedule meetings with individuals from time to time with the commissioners. We can make that request. I can't force everybody to show up to that if people do or do not want to come to that, but.
Is that really what you want? I want answers, Kim. I want answers, and I want the truth. It's
Is there any further public comment? Okay. All right, and that being said, we'll adjourn the meeting.